Telugu actor and Telugu Desam Party leader Nandamuri Harikrishna is no more. Nandamuri Harikrishna died in a road accident in Nalgonda in Telangana. MLA Muniratna is in trouble with the Election Commission, again said to have understated election expenditure, having exceeded the permissible limits. Folk scholar Aditya Raj arrested by KIA police. Aditya Raj had made 2 calls 15 days ago stating that there was a bomb in the airport. Supreme Court to hear petition against the arrest of human rights activists. This afternoon, arrests were made on charges of plotting to kill the Prime Minister. A 5-year-old child was nearly mauled by 2 dogs in Hyderabad. Alert onlookers saved the child in the nick of time. Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nikhil Vasuki. We begin with some big news that has just come in. Pejawar Seer has slammed the Congress-JDS coalition government. Latest coming in, the Pejawar Seer has slammed the coalition government, stating that some people within the Congress are trying to destabilize the government. And even the BJP is attempting to bring down the government. He also said, and I quote, "I am unhappy with the functioning of the coalition government. Everyone must work together for the welfare of the people." This is what the Pejawar Seer said, that everyone must work for the welfare of the people, not pull each other down, not pull the rug under anyone's feet, criticizing everyone, including the Congress-JDS coalition as well as the BJP, for not bringing any semblance of stability or a perception of stability, so to speak. She also said that it is important to maintain unity. Prajwal Prasad joins me on the phone. Prajwal, it does appear that what the Pejawar Seer is stating may be the sentiments of several people across the state as well, that there is so much political mudslinging that they seem to have forgotten about running a smooth government.
The problems of the coalition government. Even in the past too, he has hit out against the coalition government, calling it a mere circus, and it is actually H.D. Kumaraswamy who's the ringmaster, who's controlling everything, and Congress had the least say, despite them being the larger party in the coalition government that has been formed now. But moving ahead now, coming to what Pejawar Seer has focused, he is saying that some people within the coalition government themselves are trying to destabilize the government, which is proving to be quite dangerous, because instead of concentrating on development, they are trying to destabilize, which is a dangerous development, because no progressive works are happening. And in the end, may it be either H.D. Kumaraswamy, the Chief Minister, or else even Parameshwara, the Deputy Chief Minister, both of them end up in focusing all their, giving their focus as well as putting all their resources to task in only saving the government rather than doing any other developmental work. And he's also slammed the BJP, because for the first time ever, he's now been critical against the BJP too, saying that even the BJP is trying to bring the government down. But as an opposition, they should go ahead and make sure that the government functions in a rather smooth manner here. So therefore, he is saying that there has been no development, there has been no progress. And despite the fact that the government has already come into, the government has already come into play, there has been no sort of development that the people are doing, the people are seeing, and it is still not moving towards progress, which should actually be the whole, motive of the government now being elected here. So therefore, he is criticized all the 3 parties, the Congress, the JDS, as well as the BJP here, Nikhil.
Now, at this point as well, given that there has been a lot of back and forth on the Chief Minister post coming in from Siddaramaiah, that the clarifications coming in, BJP chiming in every now and then that this is a non-working government, cabinet expansion delays, all of these must have certainly contributed to the Pejawar Seer's opinion, isn't it?
Yes, the past few days, developments in the last few days has also, set the tongues in the political circles, wagging. But apart from that, even the Pejawar Seer has noticed this, because from one end of from one end, it is coming on, and it is being said that, now somebody is trying to destabilize the government. So how is anybody trying to destabilize the government? People like the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is in a very responsible position, is going on and giving statements saying that, that he will be the next Chief Minister. So meaning to say, will this coalition government complete 5 years or not? That is one of the questions here. And to counter the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, the Deputy Chief Minister acts in a very formal way, and he gives a diplomatic answer saying that no such issue has come to his notice, but then yes, we will make sure that we complete 5 years. So who are they trying to contradict, and what is Parameshwara trying to convey through his statements? And that apart, even the Medical Education and Water Resources Minister D.K. Shivkumar is also saying that they will H.D. Kumaraswamy will be the Chief Minister for the next 5 years, and there will be no second talks about it. So therefore, this is causing a lot of problems for the government here, and therefore their own party members are trying to destabilize the government, which is still on tenterhooks, because they still do not know what might happen. And most probably after the Lok Sabha polls, there will be some sort of, it will be concrete as to what might happen. But until then, seems like, this is basically, Nikhil, that the government is, on tenterhooks right now, and we do not know about how the future of this government is, and therefore the Pejawar seer is contemplating, saying that there is no development and progress now, because the entire government, the cabinet minister, the chief ministers and the deputy chief minister is worried only in saving the government. They are worried in saving their own heads, and they are not bothered about the development of the state, or else even the people of Karnataka for that matter.
Thank you, Prajwal, for joining us with those details. Big news coming in just as the Pejawar seer has been criticizing the BJP. BJP State President B.S. Yediyurappa has made a statement stating that the government's collapse is imminent. He said, and I quote, BJP will not try to destabilize the government. The government will collapse due to internal conflicts between the Congress and the JDS, and that the Congress-JDS government is dysfunctional. No development work has been done due to the slugfest between Siddaramaiah and H.D. Kumaraswamy, and the ministers are not concerned about the common man. This is a series of scathing comments made by B.S. Yediyurappa in regard to the coalition government, stating that there is absolutely no semblance of stability. There is constant internal conflict between members of the two parties. So just when there was criticism against the BJP as well for trying to destabilize the government, B.S. Yediyurappa said there is no need for the BJP to destabilize the coalition government. The coalition government is destabilizing itself. Now, of course, the whole dialogue about the position of Chief Minister and the clarifications therewith has necessitated clarifications further from Siddaramaiah, and all of this has compounded into a political slugfest with the BJP. JDS spokesperson Krishna Kumar is on the phone with me. Krishna Kumar, now we're seeing B.S. Yediyurappa once again beating the old drum, but with some reason one could imagine, the recent developments of the last 1 week, that the coalition is in self-combust mode. How do you respond?
See, BJP leaders go every night dreaming that the government will fall. They wake up with nightmares that the government has still not fallen. So they can keep doing this for 5 years. The coalition government will not fall. We will complete a 5-year term. The chief minister has had a fantastic start. Farm loans have been waived. Kodagu is back to normal in a few weeks, in 2 weeks within the floods. So BJP can keep dreaming and keep, harping on, how the government will fall. We shouldn't give credence to such rumors.
All right, then. So in this particular instance, though, there has been a fair bit of rumor mongering, and one can't really attribute a source to this rumor mongering, but that there are things that the JDS and the Congress are not in consensus about, and that itself is causing a great deal of strife. And it could be about the cabinet expansion, as well as positions to be allotted for various boards and corporations. All of these seem to be compounding and are being commented on by the BJP as being rather divisive within the coalition. How do you comment on that?
Look, compounding is your characterization. The Chief Minister himself has admitted that there are differences between Congress Party and JDS. Of course, we are two different parties. We fought elections against each other. So there are bound to be differences, but the differences will get resolved. It is not being compounded by as you have characterized it.
All right. So in that case, how would you respond to the criticism that there has been absolutely no development done in the state? This is what has been perceived by B.S. Yediyurappa. Let's set aside the farm loan waivers, talking about infrastructure development, the certain needs of certain districts in the state as well.
Yeah, please ask Mr. Yediyurappa to compare 100 days of Modi and 100 days of this government. You will see how much development has taken place in Karnataka versus how much more Mr. Narendra Modi with an absolute majority in parliament has done in the first 100 days. Then Mr. Yediyurappa will stop giving statements like this when he compares the 100-day record of Mr. Prime Minister Modi and the 100-day record of Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy. Mr. Kumaraswamy has already said our focus will be on health, education, rural and urban development. Today he has given a great statement saying that Bengaluru, Kadivana Activi, Bengaluru will soon have an ordinance saying that development will not happen in Bengaluru and it will be taken to tier 2, tier 3 cities. We have a great vision. We will develop entire state of Karnataka and we will ensure that development reaches all the 6.5 crores people of Karnataka.
Well, thank you, Krishna Kumar, for bringing us your perspective. I also have on the phone with me Shripad Renu from the Congress. Shripad Renu, you've been following a lot of the comments that have been made across the board as well, and also spoken about them in criticism. Let's hear your opinion once again on B.S. Yediyurappa. He's beaten the old drum, stating that the coalition government is not here to stay. It is in self-combust, in fact, self-destruct mode. Firstly, how do you react to that?
Thank you for calling me up. Mr. Yediyurappa, when he was sworn in as CM, he said that he is very confident of forming the government in the next 24 hours. Then subsequently that, he was also a fortune teller who told everyone that the government will fall within a month's time. He was also a fortune teller by saying that the so-called farmers' loan waiver will not work out, it's impossible. He was a fortune teller then. Today also he continues to be a fortune teller. Little knowing that we are here to stay for the next 5 years, number one. Number two, the BJP today, under Mr. Narendra Modi, has lost its credibility all over the country. And this is being borne out by the fact that every by-election that has been taken place in the last few months, BJP has lost ground. So the BJP, who's basically under threat and stress today, are unable to even manage their own coalition government in Maharashtra with the Shiv Sena. Today the Marathas are asking for reservation and they have no answer for that. BJP needs to be very clear about what they want to do and what they don't want to do. And on the other hand, Operation Kamla is an option which they have kept open. On one hand, they say that we will never resort to those kind of undemocratic ways. Mr. Yediyurappa and the BJP need to come clean on that.
All right, Shripad, this is where I have to interject. Let's before we get into all of that, criticisms are also going on about the fact that cabinet expansion is taking way too long, infrastructure development is taking way too long. This is a non-starter government. Aside from the fact that there is some back and forth going on about the farm loans, what else is happening? These are questions that are coming out not just from the opposition, but from the citizenry as well. How do you respond to those?
See, we have Mr. Kumaraswamy along with the Congress party has spoken about the elevated expressway, number one. Number two, we have continued with the program which we have started in the Congress government of white topping of roads, where the quality of the roads will become better.
All right. Well, then let's talk about cabinet expansion.
Since you asked me about development, it's a very, very good thing that you asked me about development, because every time we all get on TV, we are only criticizing each other instead of talking about what we are doing for the people. And it's a wonderful thing that you have asked me about that.
Okay.
Now, along with that, there are other programs where now we are going to look into school education.
Okay.
Where earlier we had spoken about introducing English, where this rural student also becomes on par with the children in the cities. Now we are going to pump in money into that. We are also going to use the corporate people to help us out in this program. In the next 2-3 years, we should see this program being unveiled and rolled out in a proper and systematic way. Third, and the most important thing is, we are now talking about looking after the ecological part of it very well. Like, for instance,
fair enough. All right.
There were people who wanted
understood.
to...
All right. There are many plans. I'm going to have to interrupt once again, Sripada over here. Cabinet expansion. What's happening there?
About this, it is very seldom that I get to talk about development.
Certainly. We'll have a forum for that. Cabinet expansion. Talk about that then.
Cabinet expansion, see, this is a political part of the story. Cabinet expansion will be done, and definitely every ministry will be accommodated.
Okay,
the fact of the matter now remains is, do we give the same old people or do we give new faces? That is a debate that is going on.
Here's where the problem is. Here's where the problem is.
That is a very healthy debate.
Here's what the problem is. Firstly, Ashada was given as the reason for the delay. Ashada month ended on August 12th. The next was August 25th. Then September 25th. Pitru Paksha will happen. So are we going to see an expansion this year or not?
See, first and foremost, since you are asking me an honest question, I'll give you an honest answer.
Absolutely.
Until this debate of do we need new faces or do we continue with old faces is resolved, there will not be any cabinet expansion. This is something that has to be resolved within the party. There is one section of people in the party who feel new faces should be given a chance. There is another section of the party who feel that experience should be given. We should continue with experience. Both are valid arguments.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, which argument is going to take precedent and which one is going to be finally accepted by one and all remains to be seen.
All right.
That is the real bottom line.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sripada, for joining us with your perspective on this as well. Well, all of these issues are currently compounding in such a way that it's not just the opposition that has begun to ask questions, it's the general citizenry too. When will work really take off as far as governance is concerned? Well, there are certain things that have already been underway, but the cabinet expansion itself has necessitated seemingly a comment from the opposition that said, all right, this seems to be a non-starter government. Meanwhile, H.D. Kumaraswamy, the Chief Minister, has visited Ramnagara and will be hearing throughout the day grievances of people belonging to 4 villages in the district. The Chief Minister will also be holding a meeting in the taluks of Ramnagara and Kanakapura. Kumaraswamy slammed BJP during his visit to Ramnagara as well. Here, while he's seen planting a few saplings, he had this reaction about the BJP. Let's listen in. Dismissive about various criticisms that the BJP was making, and went on to say that it is not important to react on whatever they say. They are entitled to their opinion, however wrong it may be. And here he's seeing symbolically watering a sapling as a sign of getting back to the ground in Ramnagara. He will be hearing grievances of the various communities over there as well. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister also spoke about the government having just completed 100 days as well. Let's listen in.
ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಅವಧಿ ಮೈತ್ರಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಅವಧಿ 100 ದಿನಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇನಿದೆ. ಈ 100 ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಹಲವಾರು ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಗುರಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲವು ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಷನ್ಗಳೇನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಈಗ ಕಳೆದ 100 ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇನಿದೆ. ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಿನಿಂದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಮಯ ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಮಾಡದೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಪೂರಕವಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
So that is what the Chief Minister said. The 100-day period is now finished, and there are a lot more programs that are underway as far as implementation is concerned. Now, Kumaraswamy has been paying frequent visits to the district lately. This is also seen by many as a step to make sure he still has a stronghold in this, his previous constituency, ahead of the local body polls that will take place on the 31st of August. The Chief Minister had won from two constituencies, Channapatna and Ramnagara, and this happened in the recently concluded assembly elections. But he later resigned from Ramnagara so that he could maintain his legislative seat of Channapatna. Politicos have been paying frequent visits to their respective districts ahead of the local body polls as well as the Lok Sabha elections that are happening next year. We'll now stop at a short break. More news and updates are on the other side. Stay with us.
Jumping over mountains, diving into oceans and saving the world. That is not action. Action is scaling new heights, lighting up the world, and discovering new battlefields. Space, style, power. Honda WRV, the heart of action.
choice. Makan ya building office up milegi choice. 1, 2, 3, 4 सारे BHK bungalows villas flats हटके जिसकी जैसी choice choice सबकी मिलेगी choice choice
लफदुलाल समझे मंथली रिफिल का मतलब हर महीने की दवाइयाँ अपने आप घर पे भेज दी जाती है।
Telugu actor and one-time leader of the Telugu Desam party, Nandumuri Harikrishna, has passed away this morning. He met with a tragic accident on the Narkatpalli Adanki highway in Nalgonda district. He was driving the vehicle when he overtook another, lost control and rammed into a median. Harikrishna was rushed to the Kamineni hospital but was declared brought dead. Eventually, the hospital staff handed over mortal remains of the actor and politician to family members. His sons, Nandumuri Kalyanaram and Junior NTR, both popular actors in their own right, were there to receive the remains after the post-mortem. Hari Krishna is the son of former Chief Minister and thespian N.T. Ramarao. Nandumuri Hari Krishna was born in the year 1956. He was 61 years of age at the time of his death in this horrific accident, said to be otherwise in good health. But this accident cut short his life. He was said to be very fond of driving on his own, and especially through nights, enjoyed driving fast. On the right is popular actor Jagapati Babu, who came to the hospital to speak with family members. Amid screaming fans, this is an atmosphere where there was a pall of gloom as Nandumuri Harikrishna, despite a short career with film, enjoyed a fair bit of popularity, albeit not as much as his father, his brother Balaya, or his children, but was seen as one who was very picky about the kind of roles that he did. The characters have garnered a lot of praise. There's Jagapati Babu returning after visiting the hospital. Nandumuri Harikrishna made his acting debut at the age of 8 in the year 1964, playing the role of a child version of Lord Krishna. In all, he had more than a dozen films to his credit, but he was also an active member of the Telugu Desam Party. Here is a Twitter reaction from Nagarjuna Kineni, who quoted his last words told to him in Telugu, and they said, "That's what he said a few weeks ago, and now he's gone. All I feel is a void. I will miss you, Anna." Nandamuri Harikrishna and Nagarjuna were contemporaries and acted as recently as 20 years ago together as well as brothers in one of his films. So certainly a void left behind, as many have described from the TDP as well as from the film fraternity, that he will be missed and that this was an unfortunate and a tragic occurrence. Here is the car that Nandamuri Harikrishna's car toppled over, and the other occupant, Shivaji, of Nandamuri Harikrishna's car on the right of your screen. He is said to be out of danger in this instance. Let's listen in to what Shivaji said about the accident.
టర్నింగ్ వచ్చింది, అది చిన్న రాయి ఏదో ఉన్నట్టు ఉంది, దాని మీదకి ఎక్కింది. ఎక్కినాక స్కిడ్ అయింది బండి. స్కిడ్ అయితే ఈయన రైట్కి కట్ చేశారు. కట్ చేసినాక పంటి అయింది. అక్కడ దాకా తెలుసు, తర్వాత తిరిగేటప్పుడు తెలుసు. తిరిగేటప్పటికి ఈయన బండిలో లేరు, అన్నయ్య బండిలో లేరు, బయటపోయి. నాకు తెలియదు ఇది. ఒకసారి బండిలో వేసినాక నాకు తెలియదు. తర్వాత రౌండ్ తిరుగుతుంటే అప్పుడు తెలుసు. రౌండ్ తిరుగుతుంటే అప్పుడు తెలిసింది. అప్పుడు దాకా మాకు తెలియదు. ముగ్గురు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం. బర్త్డే గురించి చెప్పారు. నేను బర్త్డే గురించి ఈసారి బర్త్డే నేను చేసుకోను, ఎందుకంటే అట్లా కేరళలో అయింది కదా, ఎవరిని రావద్దని ప్రెస్ మీట్ పెడతాను. ప్రెస్కి కూడా ఆల్రెడీ లెటర్స్ ఇచ్చాను, మిగతా వాళ్ళకి ప్రెస్ మీట్ పెడతాను అని చెప్పాను. ఆ డబ్బులు అయ్యో కేరళకి పంపించేయమని చెప్పి, కేరళకి ఇచ్చేయమని చెప్పి మెసేజ్ ఇద్దామని చెప్పాను. అది నేను చెప్పాను. చాలా బాధగా ఉందండి. చాలా ఏళ్ళు కలిసి తిరిగామండి, ఇవాళ కాదు, కొన్ని లక్షల కిలోమీటర్లు తిరిగాము. ఒక గీత కూడా పెట్టలేదు ఆయన ఎప్పుడు. చిన్న గీత పెడతాను కూడా తెలియదు.
So that's what we've just heard from Shivaji. Shivaji has stated that this was a result of him overtaking and losing control, skidding and ramming into the median. Now, during this time, the last conversation that he reportedly had with Shivaji, as Shivaji was stating, was that they were planning a very austere birthday celebration for Nandamuri Harikrishna, but at the same time, this would be an opportunity to collect funds for the benefit of victims of the floods that ravaged the state of Kerala. That is the last conversation he had prior to the accident. More members of the Telugu film fraternity arriving. These are live visuals coming in from outside the hospital in Nalgonda. More and more actors and producers, filmmakers coming in to speak with the family members of Nandamuri Harikrishna. This is earlier when actor Jagapati Babu had arrived at the hospital. Nandamuri Harikrishna was 61 years of age at the time of his death. More and more members of the film fraternity as well as the political fraternity in Andhra Pradesh are coming in to Nalgonda to see Nandamuri Harikrishna also for the last time. Police cordon has strengthened outside the hospital. Crowd control mechanisms are already in place. Nandamuri Harikrishna is the father of Nandamuri Kalyanaram and Junior NTR. Both popular actors in their own right. Here is a clip from the film Tiger Harish Chandra Prasad that gained him a lot of popularity back in the year 2003. Right here on the right of your screen, we see his brother-in-law and Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, N. Chandrababu Naidu, arriving just a little while ago at the hospital in Nalgonda. Not only were they political associates, they were brothers-in-law. A massive security cordon on the outside controlling who enters. A heavy crowd has gathered outside the section where Nandamuri Hari Krishna's remains have been placed. The entire area has been closed off for the media as well. These are live visuals coming in from Nalgonda in Andhra Pradesh. Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has just arrived. So that these are visuals of N. Chandrababu Naidu arriving at the hospital to speak with the family members. Chandrababu Naidu is also the brother-in-law of the deceased Hari Krishna. More and more members of both the film and political fraternity are coming in. In a similar unfortunate accident 4 years ago, his eldest son, Janaki Ram, had met with an accident along the same highway. And 5 years before that, his youngest son, Junior NTR, popular actor, also faced an accident and suffered several injuries, but fortunately survived. Such was not the fate of Nandamuri Hari Krishna today. Actor Shivraj Kumar has reacted on the passing of Nandamuri Hari Krishna. Let's listen in.
Very sorry loss. ಯಾವಾಗ ಹರಿಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ನೋಡಿದ್ರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಒಂದು ವಿಭಿನ್ನವಾದ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನೇ ಆದರೂ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ದೇವರು ಅವರು ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹಾಗೂ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಾಸ್ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಜೋಪಾನವಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಮದುವೆಗೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು
ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅವರೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, ಅವರು ಪ್ರಭು ಅವರು ಅವಾಗಲೂ ಕಾರ್ಲೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಿ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ ಹೋದ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Well, that was actor Shivraj Kumar paying his condolences to the family of Hari Krishna, who passed away at between 6:30 and 7 this morning. That is Nandamuri Balakrishna or Balaya, his younger brother, coming in right now. Balakrishna is also a popular actor. More and more members from the political fraternity and the film fraternity have been arriving amid a heavy police cordon. The ambulance that will be carrying the remains of Nandamuri Harikrishna has also just arrived. Details of the funeral arrangements have not been disclosed as of yet. Many have gathered outside the hospital also to attempt to catch a last glimpse of Nandamuri Harikrishna. That's a wrap on this edition of the Bulletin. We have a News 9 special on the other side.